Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's look is another look on the fall collection for Wet n Wild. So to start out, I took the lightest shade from one of the palettes and swept that all over my eyelid to set my primer. And then once you get all that accomplished or put on there, we're going to go in with, I'm going to go in with a shade from the Kat Von D palette, and it's just the lightest brown shade in there, and I'm using this as a transition shade, so it's going to go in my crease and a little bit above my crease. Then I'm going to take the crease shade from that palette and I'm going to rock that in my socket and on my outer third of my eyelid until I get the darkness that I am desiring. And I want this to be pretty dark. Once you have the color on there that you want, I'm going to go in with the darkest shade from that same palette and apply it to the outer third of my lid as well. And this color is pretty much just going to stay on the outer part of the lid. I'm not really going to drag it in this time. And then you just want to blend the absolute heck out of it until there are no harsh edges left to be seen. And now I'm going back in with that same brush and just adding a little bit more color to even everything out and more blending. Now I'm taking the darkest shade from that palette once again and I'm going to smoke that onto my lower lash line. I'm not going all the way in, I'm probably going about halfway, maybe 2/3, and then I'm going to take the red shade from there and really smoke out the bottom lash line. This look, I won't really say that it is the same as yesterday's or the last video's look. It is similar because I used all the same colors, but this time instead of putting everything where it said that it was supposed to go, I done it the way that I personally would have wanted to do it. So here I'm putting the brow bone shade up there and I'm just using it to smoke out the lower lash line, and I also used it for the brow bone highlight. And I'm throwing on some glitter. I have two different glitters and I'm going with, one of them's more of like a true gold and the other one is like a gold silver mix, and I'm more into like the gold silver mix. I don't really like the full gold one, or at least not with this look. In order to make the glitter stick to my eyes, I use the Mayron's mixing liquid, and I mixed a little bit with the glitter first and placed it on my eyelid, and then to get the opacity that I wanted, I went straight into the glitter with the brush while it still had some of that on there and packed it over the top of it. I'm now going to try to dry it. I'm just fanning it with my hands a little bit, and anywhere that you see it's a little bit sparse, you can apply a little bit more. You don't really want to look up until it's pretty dry, or else it's going to transfer a little bit. But yeah, now I'm just using some liquid liner. I didn't really do much of a wing, and some mascara. I'm using the voluminous Million Lashes. I always forget who makes this stuff, but it is one of my absolute favorite mascaras. I've had it for a while, and no matter how many different mascaras I try, I always come back to it. Now I'm using the Maybelline's Define a Line as per usual and just darkening my lower lash line and tight line. And you could totally throw some falsies on this look and it would add that much more to it, but I just did not feel like it today. And then I'm going to bronze up my face using the Urban Decay Naked palette. I didn't really do any blush today. I just did a lot of bronzer and some highlight. And then I'm just going with a nude lip. You could probably pair it with really anything, I guess. Anything that you would want to pair it with. But that's what I went with. And then I'm using the LA Girl setting spray, and just, man, that feels so good once you apply all that makeup. And we are pretty much done. Just kidding. Putting some of the that second palette from the fall collection, I am placing the lightest shade in the center of the lip just to kind of tie it in with the eyes. Now we're finished.